What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show. Welcome to the MG Show, where we are at the precipice and the swamp is fighting back. Remain calm, guys. We're here for a reason, and we're back on YouTube for a reason. Patriots are in control. Shady Groove, welcome to the MG Show.
Welcome to all of you guys. It is Wednesday. My goodness, it is Wednesday already, and a year has gone by since the historic day last year that we all worked so hard to gain for over a decade now. We have been trying to explain to people that two different things. Number one, the media is the enemy of the people because they are lying to you. And number two, the Democrats aren't the Democrats that you used to know. They are actually neocons. They are wolves in sheep's clothing, pretending like that they are here in your best interest, when in all reality, they have an alternate agenda. They have motive. They have a record. We've watched them sell out to China for the last 25 years, but they know what America first is better than anybody else. This is what we're dealing with, everybody. And New York City just getting ready to give everybody an example, sir.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't show them, tell them we're going to show them. So, yes, a lot of people are like, why don't people know that the guy got elected was sending messages about unaliving someone, right? Shady Groove? Because they're not watching they're watching mainstream news, okay? They're not watching Fox. They're not watching the MG Show. They're not watching Benny Johnson. They're not watching any of those. But, there's also an issue, too, Shady Groove, because New York and New Jersey in particular don't have voter ID laws.
Correct.
Okay?
That's a big deal.
I mean, it's a proof, Shady Groove.
It actually is a proof.
All right, so let's look at the proof. This is interesting, and it could be a pesky Q proof regarding "And So It Begins." Donald J. Trump posted "And So It Begins," okay? Very interesting in and of itself, Shady Groove, because this is what happened. New York City mayor, projected winner, Zohran Mamdani, blah, blah, blah. Say that 10 times fast. But "And So It Begins." How do you start a war? Markers matter. Playbook fail. And this is future news will highlight. Note the hunt for was dropped. Details matter. Double meanings exist. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. And then there's also another one. But Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani says New York will resist Trump intimidation. He was on Wednesday on Good Morning America, and he will be the next mayor of the New York City Democrat. Oh, my God, guys. What are you guys doing? Shady. But I want to just keep going because that's what happened. So we got, and so it begins. How do you start a war? Markers matter. And 11-5 Mayor-elect Zoran Mandami says New York will resist Trump intimidation. So we got the popcorn. And then, let me just go over to this one as well. Let me just see if it's. Oh, look at this. And Soros. Look at this. Rest in peace, New York City. Alexander Soros, so proud to be a New Yorker. The American dream continues. Whose American dream, Shady? Yours? Mine?
Well, their American dream is to get rid of America.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
Look at these people. Look at it. Look at it. And who owns the voting machines? Soros. Who funded all this? Foreign and domestic billionaires? Wow. Imagine that. So this is a very sad one in regards to Spamberger. This is a sad pesky Q-proof because us Anons, Shady, we knew this.
We've been telling you for a while.
Spanberger wins Virginia governor's race. Q posts links about ex-CIA officers running for Congress as Democrats explaining that they want the keys to the kingdom, Shady.
Yeah.
Okay. So what kingdom did we just give them? Virginia, right? So Virginia selects Spanberger as first female governor in rebuke of Trump. Okay. Rebuke. The CIA rebukes Trump. Isn't that interesting? This is one of the articles that was tagged ex-CIA officers running for Congress as Democrats, guys. The seal of the Central Intelligence Agency at the headquarters, guys. That's what you guys are going to have there in Virginia. But Virginia is the hotbed, Shady Groove, for all of that, right? And I want to give you a hat tip to that because, I quote reposted, they want the keys to the kingdom. I'm like, well, that needs to be in my pesky Q-proof thing, Shady.
It is. It might just find its way over there.
It did. And it is. And so, now you've got the CIA operating, over there in what's it called? Virginia. You've got a communist mayor, socialist communist mayor in New York City. Wow. And I'm so sad, New York City, man. I used to love New York. I worked there, and it's so sad, Shady.
Yeah, but okay, I understand that, but let's just take it apart. Let's spend a second and spin our wheels on it. Like, think about what's happening right now and what the Democrats just did. This guy told him he was going to give them like free. Basically, he said, "I'm going to give you free everything." Well, whenever you go over to the budget pile and you look at the budget, they don't have any money. They're actually broke. New York is borrowing money to exist. So he's made a pledge. He's made a lie. He's told people things that he's going to do that he absolutely cannot do. He has no ability to do, and there's no substructure that is built for him to do anything on. And he didn't build some sort of coalition that's going to step in and make him look like some sort of shining example of what a communist is. This is going to be a deterioration of New York City very rapidly, and people are going to see it immediately. And whenever people start to see it immediately, look how fast they turned on Eric Adams.
Yeah. Okay, so this is it. So New York and New Jersey, let alone vote with zero ID. Just sign your name and go. No photo, no proof of citizenship. That's why we can't trust a single result coming out of these states, okay? Signature match, easily forged. Poll book errors already happened in Pennsylvania. No chain of custody on ballots. Recipe for fraud until every voter shows ID. Elections in New York and New Jersey are a joke. Now make a list. These are the states that require no ID. And by the way, Nebraska was off the list. I did confirm that Nebraska has voter ID since 2022. But let's, what do you need for an ID for? List, compare, laugh. So I listed, compared, and then Mandami wins New York mayoral race. Democrats take governor races in New York and New Jersey. Virginia, Prop 50 actually passed, guys. And I'm laughing because I don't think this is funny. Do you, Shady?
No, not really.
And by the way, the reason why I got to this is President Trump posted this. Pass voter reform, voter ID, no mail-in ballots, save our Supreme Court from packing, no two-state addition, etc. Terminate the filibuster. Wow. And that in and of itself, voter ID is major Q proofs, voter reform, mail-in ballots. It's all there, guys.
A Real Iron Eagle, $5 Rumble Rant. Don't let yourselves be black pilled. This had to happen. It's just a means to an end. Yeah, I mean that's effectively exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the way that the operators, quote unquote, are taking advantage of this moment. This is the moment that they've been setting up. Everything is about weakening MAGA and attempting to make people think that somehow other people think that Trump is doing something wrong. I'm going to tell you right now, like people that I know that live where I grew up that have no association with social media whatsoever, that get up every day, break their back, and have worked their whole lives. There is not a single complaint coming from those people. There is nothing even close. They don't care about drug boats being blown up. They don't care about people getting picked up in Portland, and they don't care about people getting taken off of Medicaid and SNAP benefits that are illegals. They actually are happy about all of those things. They don't care that the person that they work for is being they're glad that the person that they work for is no longer being forced to hire somebody that can't do the job just because of the color of their skin. You see, like the mainstream America is not against Trump, but they're trying to take this moment right now. The people on our side, the Carlson fanatics or the Owens fanatics that have been screaming Epstein, they're trying to use this and act like somehow something is wrong with Donald Trump or he's doing something wrong. He is not doing anything wrong. He is fighting every single second for you. And
they're trying to say that Nick Fuentes is the new face of MAGA in the New York Times.
That's the New York Times. Yeah, that's the New York Times.
Stop it. By the way, and so this is Knucklehead. He says, can I ask your thoughts on what Candace says in regards to Charlie? I think it's all bull. Beep.
It's all BS.
I think it's all BS. Oh, 14 phones with Israeli. So did the phone do it? I mean, so stop it. What about the other countries? What about Ukraine? Was Ukraine in the audience? I mean,
yes.
All of this stupid crap. Now there's an Egyptian plane that did it. Guys, it's all BS. They're trying to taint the jury pool to get this guy off.
Correct.
That's my thoughts.
That's 100% what they're trying to do. 110%. Until somebody can present to me another shot fired that day. Audio. Show me an audio file that there's another shot fired. Every audio file analysis I have seen from where the audio was taken, the shot came from behind the person. That's where the shot came from. You see the incident, then you hear the sound, guys. So all of
and then I get a comment here from Jules Patriot. Charlie is not dead. Yes, he is.
Oh my God.
Stop it.
Stop that,
guys. Get out of Twitter, man. I'm telling you, these people are tainting your mind. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I'm in the same spot. I'm trying to just gather myself so that I'm not,
and I like Jules Patriot, but I think you're being misled, and I think you're being mind controlled by Deep Dream.
You are being misled, because if for some reason you think that Charlie Kirk is still alive, then that takes away from the significance of him being murdered. That's the psyop. The same way as the psyop tries to take away from the significance of things that...
She says this, anyone can question the narrative. Yeah, anyone can question the narrative, and they can be wrong too, can't they?
But the narrative that's being set is what you are spouting. Okay, let me explain this. The narrative is the narrative is what's being said without any proof. We don't have any proof from any of the stuff that Candace. Do you have proof that Charlie Kirk is alive?
Yeah, show me.
You don't have any proof that there was a shot taken from another spot. You don't have any proof that there was any type of cooperation. I'm not saying that there wasn't cooperation, and I'm not saying that this Tyler guy might have had some sort of connections with somebody somewhere. Who knows what it is? We don't know. But what we do know is that he was the guy on the roof that day. What we do know is that he had a rifle that had a casing that had stuff written on it. What we do know is
his DNA was on the trigger.
And the DNA was on the trigger, and there was a round spent from the casing. The round is gone. It's not in the casing. So we heard it. So either you heard that round being fired or you heard another round. You've got to be able to go find where that is. And until you can't move forward with this whole bunch of nonsense that they're doing. They're gaslighting you. Then they're virtue signaling and acting like they're somehow being attacked. They're not being attacked. They're just simply wrong.
But Shady, Candace Owens' proof was her dream, man. That's solid proof right there.
She literally said it. And then she said yesterday, she told everybody yesterday not to vote.
Yeah, it's so
which
stupid.
is exactly what that's exactly what the Linwood people were doing.
Wow.
You guys don't
until 2020 is fixed. Until 2020 is fixed, Linwood said don't vote. And who else said? Candace Owens says until we get the truth about Charlie Kirk, don't vote. Isn't that a foreign operation?
Yes. Isn't Candace Owens married to a British Tavistock intel agent?
Yes.
Oh, so she should be telling us. Isn't Tucker Carlson's family CIA?
Yes.
Oh,
isn't Alex Jones?
Isn't Alex Jones' family CIA?
Yes.
Oh, so isn't General Flynn's family connected to the network that built the CIA?
Yes.
All of that's connected to this, but we're going to believe them.
Yes.
Not Trump's FBI. We're not going to believe Trump's FBI. Trump's FBI is still corrupt, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not trying to fix anything. They're not being transparent. I just want you guys to come back to center. What I'd like is I'm not trying to convince you anything, but I'd like you to go back to zero, back to the moment where you didn't know anything about anything, and try to retrace your steps to where you're at right now and see if you can get there with proving it every step of the way instead of being sucked into the next thing the next day. Because what these people do is they're just going, tomorrow she's going to be saying something different than what she said today.
The next psyop will appear.
Right. Yeah. It has to continue to lather you up. Otherwise you get the what do you call it? The natives get restless.
Yeah. I can't prove that, knucklehead. The construction company that did the work on the campus is tied to Tyler Robinson's dad, who was a sheriff. I mean, I don't know that.
That's not true.
You're probably being fed BS.
I ran that down. That is not true.
Yeah. So you're believing something that's not true and arguing with me.
It's a company that did work for a company that Tyler Robinson's dad worked for at some point.
At some point. Oh, just like Alexis Wilkins worked for PragerU, and somebody at PragerU had ties to Israeli Mossad. So now she's Mossad, right? Mm-hmm. That's how it works. Do you see how your mind is being liquefied with bull crap?
Can I take just a minute? Can I take just a minute to explain something?
Take a minute.
Thank you.
Take two. They're small.
It might take me 2 minutes.
With this time change, these minutes are really crazy right now.
Dude, I'm going on air at 8 a.m. here. Like, what in the
You're welcome
to be this animated. So I want to take something apart for you guys because it's very, very complicated to understand. The two of us were just talking about like how complicated this stuff is for you to understand and how in the world can you navigate what's going on. And I'm going to try to give you a little bit of an analogy or a little bit of a comparison here. Everybody, okay, if you see this Spanberger lady, you see her talking and you listen to her talk. Abigail Spanberger, CIA, lifelong CIA, came straight out of school into the CIA. Q pointed to her. We explained that to you earlier. Okay. If you go listen to her talk, what she espouses are Democrat talking points. Almost every single talking point that she espouses, whether it be about the Supreme Court or whether it be about DEI or whether it be about climate change or whether it be about any of the number of things, including the border, her position is what you would consider the Democrat position on those subjects. Effectively, all of those are anti-American positions, are they not? Just stay with me here. Are those positions anti-America? If you answered yes, so what you just concluded was that the CIA is out there running operations, trying to get people to do things that are outside of their best interest, or could I say anti-American? Yeah. Example A. Example B. The Mossad. What does the Mossad do? Does the Mossad do exactly what the CIA does? Does the Mossad do exactly what the CIA does? The Mossad, their job is to do to Israel what the CIA is doing to America. The people of Israel, Jewish people. You understand what I'm saying to you so that you can recognize that what we have already navigated through, the two of us in particular, Jeff and Shannon, what we navigated through on the 8chan, 8kun boards were literally, without making an exaggeration, what you're seeing happening every day right now on Twitter regarding the faith of Jewish people and the way that people view them. Okay. What the Chan boards look like was like the lead up to Nazi Germany whenever you were reading the boards. Okay. Q was posting in and around all this absolute insanity that they were constantly 24/7 posted boards. We, and during this whole thing, made contact with Doug Stewart. Doug Stewart is one of the people that were doing all of this stuff for the Mossad, working for the clowns to generate all of this Jewish, I hate Jewish people, I hate Jewish people, I hate Jewish people, all this hatred being spewed around on the chan boards and the internet. Okay. What you have is the globalists, the cult are constantly at work trying to divide you up and get you to work to divide yourselves up and to get you to work to hate one another and to pick each other apart like a buzzard. As long as you're picking each other apart like a buzzard, the CIA and the Mossad are fat and happy. You're not understanding the psychological operations. This is the reason that we've been spending, this is the reason that we spent 8 years trying to teach you discernment so that you would stay at zero. You don't have a horse in the race. This is what you have to understand as a human being. You do not have a horse in the race. You aren't, unless you're like part of the political campaign or part of that, you're not really part of what they're doing. So you can't commit to any aspect of it, even if it's on your side.
Yeah. And I want to correct myself because it was originally reported that Tyler Robinson's dad was a sheriff and then later found out that that was not the case. But who cares? We're talking about Tyler Robinson, the guy that has his DNA on the gun that killed Charlie Kirk with a spent casing and weird stuff written on it. Why can't we wait for his trial, guys? Do you realize that you're not being told everything because they're trying to build a case against this guy?
And do you realize that all these people demanding stuff be uncovered and released are actually doing a disservice to the conviction of this human being?
Yeah. So anyways, I don't really, I want to see what happens with who the FBI caught, guys. The guy admitted to it.
In text messages. Oh, but no, Jeff, those text messages, those are all fake. Those are all made up.
That was the narrative too, because that doesn't support their BS narrative with who did it. And Charlie Kirk did not say those things. Did you hear what Charlie Kirk said about Candace Owens? Go Google that, guys. I've already played it on the show. He thinks she's a fool.
She is a fool. She's being misled. She was there at the beginning with Turning Point.
And let me just tell you one more time. This show will admit when we're wrong and when we're right. But we're always wrong, and then we're right for some weird reason, Shady.
Well, everybody says that we're wrong. And
we have a really good track record.
We're batting like 900.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to what really matters, okay? We have President Donald J. Trump actually coming into the breakfast remarks with Republican senators. I probably have to, they're playing Hail to the Chief, so I probably have to take it out because we might get copyright strike.
Okay? Hail to the Chief, yeah. You might be right. I don't know. Well, we did navigate 2 episodes of YouTube so far, and okay.
Yeah, and don't forget, get over to YouTube, guys. Hit the bell for notifications. Make sure you like the video, even if you're watching on Rumble. Just go over there, give it a watch too, please. And just watch in 2 browsers, 3 browsers, 4. I don't care. We're already almost at 1,000 watch hours over there on YouTube, and if we get 3,000, we'll be able to get super chats and cool stuff like that, guys. So help us out. 2 shows over a third done, over a third of the way there. The show is gonna grow. We are gonna grow, and you're gonna help us. Shady Groove, I just love our MG show family.
Well, I'd like to give a real big shout out to our Rumble family who kept us on the air. I'd like to share with our YouTube family that our Rumble family kept us on the air, and God bless all of you guys that support this show, because if you're supporting this show, then you are outside of the box. Yeah. You are literally supporting something that no one else will stand with, which is the truth, which is the provable truth. I'm not saying that I know everything. I'm saying that I know what I can and can't prove. And if I can't prove something, I swear to you, if I cannot prove something, I will not tell you that I can. And if I can prove something, I will not tell you that I cannot. That is the very simple modus. Our motive here is to present to you exactly what we are thinking. The 2 of us work together. The 2 of us have been doing this together for a long time, guys. And the 2 of us have,
OG.
We have taken apart a lot of psyops, guys.
I want to thank Kimmy's Sunshine, Storm Ready, Just Hop, J-Bo. We got Cambria Devon over there. Devon or Devon, I don't know. Philip Proffer, I love you. Sue's Sailor says, I'm on YouTube and got a notification. Thank you. Aisha R, BC 17Q, thank you for coming over to the YouTube. We love you, David Smith. The light in the dark is over there. Rock Chip is over there. Guys, thank you. But we got we love our Rumble family as well. I want to thank Maggie for one gifted subscription over on rumble.com. Rumble is, our home base, but we're now also on YouTube because we got our channel back because they were wrong and we were right. We're always wrong, Shady.
Yeah, they said that we broke the rules. Did we break the rules?
Nope. They changed the rules to say that we broke the rules.
That is not fair.
Not
it's like
fair.
fighting like a Democrat.
All right. President Trump delivers remarks at breakfast with the Republican senators. Also, guys, he does talk about what happened in New York. He doesn't seem too thrilled, but he doesn't seem too worried. All right. Let's see what you guys think. Check it out. Here we go.
If you live in New York, you're going to be okay.
Thank you very much. That was quite a formal entrance. I thought we were just going to sit down and talk a little bit. We talk about exactly 1 year ago, we had that big, beautiful victory. Exactly.
Yay. Come on, guys. 47 for that beautiful victory. 47.
And last night, it was, not expected to be a victory. It was very Democrat areas, but I don't think it was good for Republicans. I don't think it was good. I'm not sure it was good for anybody. But we had an interesting evening, and we learned a lot. And we're going to talk about that, and I'll say a few remarks, and then after that, I'll ask the press to leave. The press has been very, very nice to us the last couple of months. They were great to us in terms of the foreign visits with China, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, and they were actually terrific. So I want to thank you for that. I'm sure you'll get back to your normal ways soon. But we did a great job over in China. And we've done a great job in turning off wars. We stopped 8 wars. And we have 1 to go, as you probably know, and that'll get stopped also. But we've done a great job. So it's really been an honor to do it. And I did it with many of the people in this room. Every one of you I know, and every one of you I like. I like our leaders. I like everybody.
A lot.
But I thought we'd have a discussion after the press leaves about what last night represented, and what we should do about it, and also about the shutdown and how that relates to last night. I think if you read the pollsters, the shutdown was a big factor, negative for the Republicans, and that was a big factor. And they say that I wasn't on the ballot was the biggest factor, but I don't know about that, but I was honored that they said that. And I just want to thank everybody for being here, and a very special thanks to Vice President J.D. Vance, who's doing a terrific job. J.D., thank you very much. As well as the Senate leadership team that has been working very hard, working really, I will tell you, nobody's working any harder representing the American people, including Senator John Thune. John, thank you. Great job. Senator John Barrasso. John, thank you very much. Senator Tom Cotton, wherever you may be. Tom, thank you. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Senator Shelley Moore Capito, who's been very involved. Thank you, Shelley. Senator James Lankford from one of my favorite states, 77 out of 77. I always say 77 out of 77. Reagan was 56. That was the record. We got every one of them. Thank you, James. And a fantastic friend of mine and an incredible advocate during the election a year ago, Tim Scott. Thank you, Tim. So as you know, we are in the midst of a disastrous Democrat-created government shutdown, and it is Democrat-created, but I don't think they're getting really the blame that they should. That's now officially the longest shutdown in American history. The Democrat radicals in the Senate have shown zero interest in reopening the government, and I don't think they'll act so soon. A lot of people disagree. I've been saying for the last 30 days, we've had 4 or 5 different points. Yes, sir, they're going to get it right now. We should have it done in a day. I've heard that about 4 times. I heard it after Kings. They said I was a king. And I heard it after Kings. I heard it after a couple of other moments in time. And I said, no, I don't believe so. And now I heard it's after the election. I don't believe so. I think they will. I think they're kamikaze pilots. I just got back from Japan. I talked about the kamikaze pilots. I think these guys are kamikaze. They'll take down the country if they have to. So I don't think so. Millions of Americans are going to be without SNAP benefits. And I will say about SNAP benefits, so when I was president, we had $7 billion worth, and now they have many times that, because these benefits were given to anybody that asked, and they're up to, I hear, just many times, 47 billion. So it wasn't the purpose of SNAP. That was for people that really had problems, down and out, people that really had problems. But during Biden, they gave it to anybody that wanted it. I think it's something you have to talk about because the numbers are incredible. But countless public servants are now not being paid, and the air traffic control system is under increasing strain. We must get the government back open soon, and really immediately. We have to get it up. We have the hottest economy we've ever had, and it's affecting the stock market now a little bit. But the stock market, as of Friday, has hit many record highs during the last 9 months, many. And it will again. This is just the beginning, because when these plants that are being built right now start opening up, we've never had anything like this. There's a boom. There's a construction boom right now, but that's going to be bigger than that. That's going to be an economic boom as soon as they open up, and it's going to be something special. We have car companies coming in. When I was in Japan, Toyota, Mr. Toyota, I said, "What's your name?" "Toyota." I said, "Oh, you're rich." They said, "How much of the company do you own?" 92.1%. I said, "I'm glad you said the one." He wants to be. I said, "You're a rich guy." And he said, "I'm investing $10 billion in the U.S., and you know who I'm talking about, right? You introduced me, Mr. Senator. You introduced me originally when you were the ambassador to Japan. He's still good. He's still strong. But he had no interest in investing in this country. Now he's investing $10 billion as of 1 week ago in building new plants. We have auto plants coming in incredibly, but we have AI and all of them. And we can't be extorted to give $1.5 trillion to people that came into the country illegally, many from prisons, many drug dealers. A lot of people came in from mental institutions. They want to give a lot of money to the people that came in illegally. We have to get them out. We can't, no country can sustain that. That's not like an attack on our country. In no country, these are not going to be productive people. These are going to be anti-productive people. And we can all have big hearts. I have a bigger heart than anybody, but we can't let that happen. It's time for Republicans to do what they have to do, and that's terminate the filibuster. It's the only way you can do it. And if you don't terminate the filibuster, you'll be in bad shape. We won't pass any legislation. There'll be no legislation passed for 3.25. We have 3.25 years, so that's a long time. But when they can't do an extension, and John, I think they've done an extension every single time they've ever been asked forever. This is the first time they haven't done an extension. Extensions are supposed to be easy, but if they won't do an extension, they won't do any bill, even a simple bill. And we should do our own bills. We should get out. We should do our own bills. We should open up. We should start tonight with the country's open. Congratulations. Then we should pass voter ID. We should pass no mail-in voting. We should pass all the things that we want to pass, make our elections secure and safe, because California is a disaster. Many of the states are disasters. But can you imagine when they vote almost unanimously against voter ID? All we want is voter ID. You go to a grocery store, you have to give ID. You go to a gas station, you give ID. But for voting, they want no voter ID. That's only for one reason, because they cheat. We would pass that in 15 minutes. If you don't get it, you'll never pass that. You'll never talk about mail-in ballots. Mail-in ballots make it automatically corrupt. If you have mail-in ballots, automatically it's correct. Even Jimmy Carter, they had the Carter Commission after he got out of office, and he had a group of very distinguished people, Democrats and Republicans, and they passed, they recommended things take place. It was a long time ago. And they said about mail-in ballots, if there is mail-in ballots, there will definitely be corruption, because, they pass through too many hands. I mean, you go in to vote and they want your card. Even me, I went into Palm Beach. You go in to vote, they want your card. You're this, you're that. They say, "I'm sorry to do this, sir, but I have to look at your identification." I said, "That's all right." I love that. But you're really not going to get away with much. It was very, very professional, very good, the way it's supposed to be. But these people don't want that. They have legislation in California where it's illegal to ask somebody for voter ID. If you ask somebody for voter ID, if you're an official and you say, I'd like to see your voter ID, they can arrest you, okay? They can arrest you because they want to cheat, and they get away with it, and the Republicans let them get away with it, and we won't do that if we have the filibuster. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, and we're going to see if we can sway, because I know we have a lot of, not a lot, I'd say half feel this way, maybe a little bit less than half, and it's time to have a really good talk. If I thought that they weren't going to pass the filibuster, I wouldn't even bring it up. They're going to pass it within the first hour if they take power, and it's more likely that they take power if we don't do it, because we're not going to be passing any legislation. They're not going to approve anything. We're going to go 3.25 years. There won't be one bill that we're going to pass, because the easiest thing to pass is exactly right now what they won't pass. And they'll do that, and they'll wreak havoc. But let's assume they get in. They're doing it anyway, so it wouldn't matter. They're doing it anyway. And, I have a case where I have great U.S. attorneys that can't be approved because of the blue slips. The blue slips, I think you should terminate blue slips, too. It's a mental termination because it's really a custom. But if you have a Democrat senator or two is bad, but it doesn't make any difference. If you have one senator writes a negative letter on some great U.S. attorney, we had it in Manhattan, Southern District, Jay Clayton, one of the most respected lawyers in the whole country, by far, one of the most respected, and couldn't get approved. The courts approved him. The courts couldn't believe it. They did it like instantly. He went to the best schools, got the best marks, top of his class. Everything was perfect. I mean, he was led the perfect life. Went to Sullivan and Cromwell. Almost immediately became the head of Sullivan and Cromwell. The most prestigious law firm, I would say, in the country, just about. Whether it's Sullivan or two or three I could name, but Sullivan, I would say, really, maybe number one. He was the head of Sullivan and Cromwell for like 20 years. He went to the SEC, was flawless. He did it for me. He was the SEC chairman. He was flawless. Then he went to Apollo, where he was the chairman of Apollo, and was flawless. Everything went good. The stock went through the roof and everything. I asked him to go to the Southern District, and he said, I'll do what you'd like to do, sir. This is a very high-quality person. But he couldn't get approval from Schumer. Schumer didn't approve him. Best student, best schools, everything. He's like flawless. And the courts actually said, you're not approving Jay Clayton, right? Lindsay, you heard this. The courts actually interceded, and they approved him. But that's an unusual guy. We have other people that are really good, but people don't know how good. Top students, top colleges, and they're U.S. attorneys, and they won't be approved. They're not going to be approved. We have one in Los Angeles who's phenomenal, but the senators, the Democrats are, again, they're kamikazes. The Democrats are not going to approve them. Blue slips are a disaster. So the only people I can get approved are Democrats. I was told that by the Democrats. We'll only approve Democrats. I said, really, is that right? Not going to work that way. Not going to work that way with me. But the blue slips are a total disaster. I have 10 people right now that are doing a phenomenal job.
That doesn't sound very fair, does it?
And they will be out of office pretty soon. They've got another 2-3 weeks, a couple of them, and then they're going to have to leave. And it's actually a blight on their record because, nobody knows why they left. But it looks like they served 8 weeks and then they had to leave. But they're not going to get the approval because the Democrat, radical left lunatic senators are saying you can't. We're not going to approve you. And if we're not going to approve you, I had actually one Republican who got 2 great letters, but it turned out that he was a rhino, but that was a nice term for him. Now, he got 2 letters of approval, and when I said 2 Democrats approved him, I had to fire him because I figured if 2 Democrats approved him, they wrote the most beautiful letters. I found out, man, this is strange. And he was no good. I fired him. He was really not much of a Republican. The recommendation of that one wasn't such a good recommendation. Someday I'll tell you who recommended him, but it wasn't exactly the best. But when I saw when I saw the 2 senators from Virginia gave him glowing marks, Tim, I said, let me see this. I read the most beautiful letters I've ever seen. I said, I called him up. I said, sorry, you're fired. Get the hell out of here. But it's a horrible thing. Blue slips is a horrible thing because I have the right to pick judges and I have the right to pick U.S. attorneys, and this takes away the right from me. And I think we're going to go to court on it. And, we'll see what happens in court. But it gives the president, it takes away the right of the president to pick people to serve on the court and to serve as U.S. attorneys, which is very important. But the biggest thing is the filibuster. We have to get the country going. We will pass legislation at levels you've never seen before, and it'll be impossible to beat us. By the way, if they do, they're going to do it anyway, and they are going to immediately do the filibuster. And when they do the filibuster, they're going to pack the court. They want at least five justices. Now I hear it's up to 5. I actually heard up to 7 and up to 9, okay? They want new judges. They want to pack the court, and they will do it in the first day, maybe the week. Maybe they'll slow it down because there's no reason to rush. But they'll do it first week. They'll vote on this. And I have friends over there that are Democrats, I'm close to a lot of people. And I asked them about that because some people say, well, maybe they won't do that. I mean, they destroyed the career of Manchin and Sinema, and they got them out. They were the only objectors. Nobody else is going to object. They're going to do it the first day. They're going to pack the court. They're going to make D.C. a state, and they're going to make Puerto Rico a state. So now they pick up 2 states. They pick up 4 senators, okay? You think you have problems? They're going to do all of the things. They're going to pick up electoral votes. It's going to be a very, very bad situation. And it's done. It's done. As soon as they attain power. Now, if we do what I'm saying, they'll most likely never attain power because we will have passed every single thing that you can imagine that it's good and all good for the country. And there'll be no reason to. If we don't do that, people will say they're not doing much and they're in power. So the good news is we did the great, big, beautiful bill, and it's the greatest thing we could have done. And the smartest thing with John and our Speaker of the House, who's so good, Mike Johnson, we did all in one bill. If we didn't, John, it would be a problem because, we would have gotten a small piece passed. A lot of people wanted to do that. A lot of people in the room wanted to do that. They went along with me and John and everybody, and we got this thing passed. Honestly, it's 4 years worth of goodies. And no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on, think of it, no tax on overtime. It's an unbelievable tax cut for the workers and for business, where business is going to create jobs, and we're creating jobs at levels that nobody's ever seen before. All these things are good. We have to be able to get the word out. If we don't get the word out, we're making a very big mistake. So I have this long, beautiful, and very boring speech. I won't bother reading it, but because we can just start talking, and I think it's very important. We have to get the country open, and the way we're going to do it this afternoon is to terminate the filibuster. And it's possible you're not going to do that, and I'm going to go by your wishes. You're very smart people. We're good friends, but I think it's a tremendous mistake, really. It would be a tragic mistake, actually. It's time. It's time. If I thought they weren't going to approve, I'd sort of be with you. It'd be fine. I'd be neutral to with you. But knowing that they're going to pass it as soon as they get any semblance of control, they'll pass it first thing, then it's like we have to do it first. And we have 2 years, and we'll end up with 2-3 years, and we'll have this country so perfect. We will have passed more legislation than any Congress and any group of senators or a group of congressmen. And we will get it through. They'll send it to us. We'll send it to them. It'll be a beautiful machine. Otherwise, we're just going to sit around and argue with these people all day long. And they're highly unrealistic, highly unrealistic. Many of them are radical left subversives, frankly. So I want to thank everybody, and we're going to talk. And I want to thank the press for treating us so really well for that foreign trip. It was we had just an amazing meeting. Don't forget, 2 months ago, it looked like the whole world was in trouble over rare earth. And that's no longer even a subject that people talk about. It was all worked out very quickly. Without tariffs, I couldn't have done it. I put a 100% tariff on China. As soon as I heard it, within 20 minutes, I put a 100% tariff on China, on President Xi, who's really a friend of mine, as much as he can be a friend. He's a tough man. He's a tough man. Smart man, actually. Very smart. The press doesn't like it when I call him very smart. They think I'm not supposed to call him smart. But he leads 1.4 billion people, without question. In fact, during the meeting, we were there. A couple of you were there, and some of you saw it. So he's here, and he's got about 6 people on each side, and every one of those people was standing like this. they were in attention. And I made a comment to one of them, and I got no response. I said, "Are you going to answer me?" I got no response. And President Xi didn't let him have any. So if there's any question, I said, I want my cabinet to behave like that. That's the way. I'm demanding that I want them sitting up like that, Tim, just nice and straight. I never saw posture like that. I've never seen men so scared in their lives. They have the equivalent of a vice president. He was, I said, "Are you going to answer my question?" And he's like, he doesn't move. I said, "What's wrong with this guy?" "I will answer all questions." Why don't you behave like that? JD doesn't behave like that. JD buds into conversations. I want to have that for at least a couple of days, okay, JD? We'll keep you long term, but a couple of days of that would be very, very nice. Okay, I want to thank you, and we'll talk a little bit. And I see they set me up with a podium. I thought I'd just be sitting, but it's probably easier. I want to thank you all very much. Thank you to the press, and you can go, and we'll speak to you later. Thank you. I'm going to Miami to make a speech today at a big group, and we have a nice big crowd, and we'll see you there. A lot of you are traveling down with me. Thank you very much.
Mr. President. No, he's not taking questions from the prostitutes today. Shady Groove.
The prostitutes are iced out at least until they get to Miami.
I'm out.
Maybe he'll do a gaggle where they have to like stand there and get jostled around.
Gaggle. A gaggle. I want to thank everybody that are putting the thumbs up over on YouTube.
Thank you very much.
As well, 149 thumbs up over on YouTube. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate you. And on Rumble, how many thumbs up do we have, Shady?
I would not know that answer, sir. I can check it just a second and tell you that we have 192.
Okay, 192. So Rumble is leading in the thumb up battle. We love you guys.
A couple of things that I want to focus on right there, Jeff. What he's saying is something that kind of, to some degree, connects me to not necessarily a specific moment or a specific post that was made, but the overarching theme of the posts that were made were that we have a lot of stuff to do and a lot of people want to stand in our way. Yeah. And I want you guys to recognize that there's some very subtle things that you should remember. And I think that some people have a hard time remembering. So I'm going to just show you. It's going to show you. You can look at the screen right there. And you can see whatever it is that you need to see. Show you. You can see whatever it is that you need to see. But what you are not seeing is you are not seeing the state of Israel.
Not seeing?
You are not seeing the state of Israel. You might be seeing the Nazi that you're not seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing to see here, Shady, is what you're trying to say.
Nothing to see here. So for all of the people that have desperately trying to explain to you that the less than 2% of our population are the problem and not the 20-some% of our population part are just fine. Might be turning things on its head to psychologically operate against you. And the psychological operations might all be stemming from what you're seeing on your screen right now, but I've been wrong before.
No, we just look at all the psyops too, and we make up our own mind. You need to make up your own mind because the truth is learned. It's never told, but question everything. Even question the people that are questioning. Right?
What you need to first be questioning is where the people are located that the questioning is coming from. And are they questioning because they actually have questions, or are they questioning so that they can liquefy a reality that they don't like?
$7,000.
Oh, yeah, exactly right.
All right, so let me do this real quick, Shady, before we go. Quick shout out to Blockhaven. If you're into crypto and you hate high fees or long signups, this is for you. Blockhaven lets you swap over 1,000 different coins and thousands of trading pairs, and you don't even need to make an account. No registration, no fuss. Just pick the coins, confirm, and swap. Done in minutes. The fees are super low. The whole process is quick, and you stay in control of your own crypto on the entire time. Bitcoin, Ethereum, some random altcoin you found at 3 a.m. It's probably on there. So if you want low fees, fast swaps, and zero signups nonsense, head over to blockhaven.co. Just swap and go.
Wow, you actually did a little rhyme there.
No, they did.
Well, you did it good.
Oh, well, I was trying to,
read it well.
Get into the get into the feeling. We have about 5 minutes left, and I want to just show you this, Shady, because this actually is coming up as a delta. There's a Q post that Q'd of me. But I found my 11/5/2018 thread, Shady Grove.
I saw this morning. I went through that this morning.
And yes, we did call it that before it was bad. Okay, we know there's no, we get it, guys. Okay, but that was later on. Okay. So the polls are rigged and do not capture an accurate snapshot. Silent majority. Will you answer the call? Vote, vote, vote. So very interesting to see a lot of these threads back on X as well, because I was also suspended off X for 803 days until I got my account back. But I like this one. If America falls, the world falls. God bless our brave fighting men and women. They deserve our deepest gratitude. Through their strength and millions of united patriots around the world, we will succeed in this fight. Peace through strength. Now comes the pain. We never hear the president or its administration saying peace through strength, do we?
I've heard it a number of times, actually.
Like a lot.
They even make videos and stuff about it.
Like a lot.
Like a lot.
Wow. So did they get the shot? Yep, that was him pointing at the Q. Ready? Let's watch that. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I pointed at it 3 times. Did they get the shot? I pointed directly at it 3 times. I turned and double pointed just to be clear. Did they pick it up? The boom, boom, boom. Something is happening? Yes, Mr. President. Anons are actively tracking. Message received. Good. That's good. Wow, Shady. Oh, wow, dude. This guy ended up being at the January 6th riot with Brian. What's his name, Shady? Brian what?
Gamble,
inviting people into the Capitol to make us look violent.
To muff rod.
And he smoked pot.
They were muff rodding.
So this is the one that was queued. That was posted on November 5th. Remember this one? IAWTP1 Shady Groove posted that. But then, do you air queue, right? This is awesome. But it's awesome to go look at all of these threads. This is also history because I was doing it damn near real time, Shady, right?
It's interesting that, like some of the it's interesting which threads Twitter has chosen to break up.
Yeah.
Because, not all of your threads are broken up. Some of them are intact, but some of the important ones are like almost impossible to follow because you have to make extra clicks to get the rest of it.
So in finishing my story, 11/6/2018, 2438, Q post that. See that picture there? And then it was with Stacey Dash. It says bless. And there it is. So Q'd that. Because we do this, right? This is what we fight for, the future of our children and grandchildren. We stand at the precipice. Do not fail. Do not falter. Vote red. Patriots fight. Wow. Pretty cool. Sorry. Story time over. I think it's neat, though, right? To see the threads. You were asking about or talking about the Paysur thread, right? That's the one that you're talking about. I have a feeling, I wonder if it's fixed, because I haven't checked back, Shady.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's fixed. You make me want to go try and look and see if it's fixed.
What would make you think that it's fixed exactly?
I don't know, because I think it's happened before, but let's just see. Here it is. Okay, so here's the thread. Okay, let's go. It's not fixed.
You got one post out of 500.
It's not fixed. But there is a way to get to that thread, Shady Groove. Let me go ahead and show you because I bookmarked it. Thanks to Toussaint.
I just made a good time off Polymarket on that bet that was good.
Yeah, you did. You win. All right, so this is so we got this. So then if you go to this, it'll go all the way up, okay? So you got to go from bottom to top. Maybe this is a Q-proof, Shady.
It's like you can't find the thread unless you find the bottom post.
Yep. And I'm going to give that link to you guys if you guys are interested in the P equals Paysur thread. Q actually queued it as well as hey Q does P equal Paysur, so we're pretty happy. I was pretty happy about that, Shady Groove, because we did 2 shows on the Q Lounge live, and we're like, whoa, should we keep doing this? And then Q queued it like a day later, Shady. Pretty amazing.
It was literally the day after, yep.
Yeah. The only way to fix it, I think, is for me to actually go and redo the thread, but that takes a lot of work.
Oh, my God, bro. Can you imagine what that would take? There's literally well over 100 posts in that.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. Yeah, and then videos that I'd have to screen record because I don't know if I can find them. You know what I mean? I have them archived somewhere. You know,
Liv turned her account back on, which brought back a number of the things that were in that thread that were missing. So it's interesting because during the time that she had that account closed down for no reason.
Well, no, she said something really bad to somebody. Remember?
That's what she said that she said.
That's what she said that she said that she said.
Yeah, I don't think that's what happened.
Yeah. It could be. And, guys, so we've got President Donald J. Trump today giving remarks talking about, what's going on and what we need to do in the Senate in order to win. We've got to stop the filibusters, the blue slips, what else, Shady Groove? Mail-in voting, the elections. We got to fix this because California just passed that Proposition 50 that could give the edge in the 2026 elections for the midterms. Oh, my God, guys.
We got to get the illegals out.
And we'll be right back after these beautiful boom messages.
The MG Show. Not funded by dark money, but funded by listeners like you.
To all of you beautiful patriots out there.
First of all, let me just thank you all for supporting this show. We wouldn't be here without you. But I have a huge announcement regarding donations.
It has come to our attention that using the Rumble app is taking an additional 30% of your donation to the show.
Let me explain. According to our TOS, Rumble takes 20% of all donations made through the web browser.
And that's a 20%. It's a good deal if you consider other platforms like YouTube and such.
But there is a hidden cost that we just found out. For example, we received the generous $500 donation from Spill Tea, and thank you so much for that, from the Rumble app on Apple. So Rumble took 20% and Apple took an additional 30%. We brought that to Rumble and they said, well, Rumble's take of tips and donations is 20%. That's if the transaction is done through the web browser. If using the Android or iOS app, it's an additional 30% collected by those platforms.
So please use the web browser to make your donations to the show and avoid the hidden fees by Apple and Android.
That's right. You can also support us at GiveSendGo/HelpMGShow, mg.show/donate. We have PayPal and Cash App. Both are at RealMGShow or $RealMGShow. Please help us out. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm excited to announce that we're having our biggest 3-in-1 sale ever with a limited edition product, a back-in-stock special, and a closeout deal you won't find anywhere else. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our MyPillow bed sheets, only $29.88. Any color, any style, any size, even kings. Regular $119.98, only $29.88. Once they're gone for good. How about our My Towels? They're finally back in stock, but not for long. Get a 6-piece My Towel set, regular $69.98, now only $39.98. And for the first time and the only time ever, get our limited edition premium My Pillows. They're made with Giza cotton and designer gusset. Queen $17.98, Kings only $19.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get the best offers ever. Quantities are extremely limited, so order now.
My Pillow is excited to announce they're having their biggest 3-in-1 sale ever, with a limited edition product, a back-in-stock special, and a closeout deal you won't find anywhere else. My Pillow bed sheets, only $29.88, any color, any style, any size, even kings. Regular $119.98, only $29.88. Once they're gone for good. My Towels are finally back in stock, but not for long. Get a 6-piece My Towel set, regular $69.98, now only $39.98. And for the first and only time, get their limited edition premium My Pillows made with Giza cotton and a designer gusset. Queens, $17.98. Kings, only $19.98. Also, for a limited time, when your order is over $100, you will receive free shipping plus $100 in free digital gifts. So go to mypillow.com or call 800-873-0478 and use promo code MGSHOW. Use your promo code for the best offers ever. Quantities are extremely limited, so order now.
Jump from my chair with MG music blaring through the air. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with Q. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with Q, and I'm ready to break on through. There's a laugh track playing from the left-hand side, and the punchlines hitting from the right. MG show spinning riddles, it's a wild spin. With you in the middle, I'm bound to win. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I'm ready to break on through. Now the MG show's lights are burning bright. Cues dropping clues in the dead of night. MG music's got my heart in a race. I'm rising up, gonna own this place. Well, you started out with nothing but a crazy dream. Now MG music's pumping through this epic scene. It's a circus, a broadcast, a grand parade. With cues, cryptic clues, I'm gonna make the grade. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with Q. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with Q, and I'm ready to break on through. And I'm ready to break on through. On through.
Oh my gosh, that's the middle. MG Music, Shady Groove. Welcome back, Shady.
Man, I'm telling you what, you like that, don't you?
I like it. I like it
Like
a
it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's music that we wrote with AI on suno.com. Look for @InTheMatrix over there with 3 X's if you want to go follow and have more music. But, this is copyright-free music that we can actually play, Shady. Wow.
I know, it's super cool, and we can be creative. We can make some more too. So it's like, we'll make you a song no matter what happens. Who knows?
That's right. Wrote a little song about it like the hit. Here goes.
but I think that what we're the moment that we're in right now, just like to number one, I'd like to say that what we're seeing Donald Trump do right now, I'm hoping that the people that are on our side recognize the moment that they have in front of them. Really it is. What happened last year was historic. A Republican, the win that we had, a lot of people don't know this. Every single voting district, there's 3,300 voting districts in America. Every single voting district moved to the right in the last election. That's never happened before in our country. And there's something very, very key to to understanding that the media, since that moment, it's been a year, 365 days, the media went further left. Are you noticing that? So what the media has done is they've gone further away from the center. That election should have drawn the media to the middle and had everybody coming to say, wait a minute, we've had this all wrong. This is, maybe we don't like Donald Trump, but the American people obviously like what Donald Trump is saying. And so maybe we are wrong. They have not done that self-analysis at all. What they've actually done is they've doubled down on their globalist overlords' plan to destroy America. So effectively, what we're seeing right now with Donald Trump and what he's doing is he's trying to whip these people into shape to say, listen, it's time. We're going to get rid of the filibuster. We're going to get rid of this stupid blue slip thing, because these are impediments or obstacles that they've been using to impede forward progress for the conservative movement in America for decades and decades and decades, at the behest of the neocon right that everybody thought was somehow against the Democrats. But whenever it came down to brass tacks, Dick Cheney's daughter voted for Kamala Harris in the last election. So I think that we're going to have to support Donald Trump on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I just we follow Trump here on this show, and we appreciate that. Thank you, Shady. But well said.
Thank you.
So, Shady.
Yes.
I already read this one, I think, didn't I?
It's like, actually, it's 9 a.m. now, so I'm feeling better.
You feeling a little bit better now?
Yeah, it's like, this is normally the time that I would start the show.
Let's go check in on the Supreme Court arguments. It looks like it's over.
It did end already?
Yeah, it looks like it's over. Let me just see what
this is a monumental moment.
I know, dude. So let's go look at. Let's just see about the end. See what happens here.
John Roberts.
Well, or otherwise could be of things like instructions or licenses. But it's fundamentally having something that is a revenue-raising measure, or even that is just an exaction of some sort, is fundamentally, categorically different from what we understand instructions and licenses to be involved. Just like,
so they're worried about like software licenses and stuff here, Shady.
Oh wow!
Regulate doesn't carry the financial connotation given the other verbs there. If I could turn to some of the 19th century history that we were discussing as well, because I think there may be a little bit more to add there. The 19th century cases about the president's inherent Article II authority with respect to in a wartime with respect to importation is not the power to impose tariffs on imports coming into the United States. That is not what any of those cases were about. They were about the president's power, in a wartime as an occupying military force to impose tariffs in occupied territory, that in Mexico, in the Philippines, in California. The Civil War case might be the closest case, but even there, what we were talking about were essentially, there were licensing fees, but they were export fees. They were fees that were being imposed on the exportation of cotton from the occupied
we're not going to get much from this here, Shady Group. We're going to, look at the Supreme Court and see if there's anything new on this.
Yeah, I mean, probably the most that we would get out of it would be like listening at the beginning to
4 hours
opening arguments.
Yeah, the Supreme Court questions. Oh my gosh, so I can't read that article because it's behind a paywall. Let's go here. So let's just go look at AP real quick, see what they're saying right here. Live updates. They're saying the Supreme Court appears skeptical of Trump's tariffs. That's what they're saying. So the U.S. Supreme Court heard arguments Wednesday over President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs, putting a tool at the center of his economic and foreign policy agenda squarely before the High Court. The case involves the tariffs first announced in April on almost all U.S. trading partners. The ones from February on imports from Canada, China, and Mexico. Trump justified these by declaring separate national emergencies under the IEEPA Act, which is IEEPA, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, and it's called IEEPA. Earlier this year, however, the two lower courts and federal appeals courts ruled that the emergency law he invoked doesn't give him unlimited power to set tariffs. The Constitution says tariff power belongs to the Congress, is what they're saying. Now, arguments on whether the president's tariffs overstep federal law and arrive before the conservative-led Supreme Court, which has thus far been reluctant to check Trump's wide-ranging use of executive powers. It was a hot bench with every justice posing multiple questions on an issue of extreme importance. But when the court will issue its decision is unclear. High-profile cases can take a half a year, but the court can act quickly when the deadline pressure dictates. Guys, wow.
Yeah, this is a big deal, and this has to do with emergent. This has to do with. I was just seeing if I could get anything if anybody was posting anything extra interesting right now, and I'm not seeing a whole lot.
So they're saying the Trump administration, what they argued, like you were asking before, kind of like to see the opening arguments.
Yes, sir.
It is in its defense of tariffs, and the Justice Department has argued the law does give president expansive tariff power during emergencies. The administration says that they're different from Biden policies the court struck down because they're part of his approach to foreign affairs, an era where the court should not second guess the president. How the justices respond overall, the questions were more pointed for Trump's top Supreme Court lawyer, Solicitor General John D. John Sauer, S-A-U-E-R, than they were for the attorneys representing the small businesses and Democratic-leaning states challenging the tariffs, like your solicitor in Oregon there, Shady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what they're doing is they're advocating for China.
Yeah.
Like, so the people that were there, the people that have brought this case, including, Rand Paul, a little bit had to do with like the reason this case is where it is, or they're advocating for China's control. Like, you guys, I mean, I really don't know how to explain it to you. Living out here was such an eye opener for me to realize what's going on here, and the Chinese influence in politics out here, and the Chinese influence in the cartel out here. The I-5 corridor from Mexico to Canada is controlled by the cartel and China.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shady, what's the name of this show today?
The name of the show today, I don't know how to explain it to you. Court Tariff Battle Ignites.
Okay.
Trump's victory anniversary exposes globalist trade scams.
Is that a bait and switch title? We talked about the Supreme Court tariff, Trump's victory, expose the globalist trade scams. We don't think that they are scamming the U.S.? I mean, aren't they?
I think so.
Huh. All right. Thanks, Mark.
I'm
just trying to see how this is another bait and switch title.
Oh, this is bait and switch title?
Didn't we just go over the tariffs and the Supreme Court battle just now?
I love our trolls.
I love them too. They're essential watching, right, Pastor Chatelet? He's out there. Essential watchers. I love it. Oh my gosh. So it's too much to cover in 1 hour. We're going to have to wait to see when their decision comes out. It could be up to 6 months. It could be faster. It depends on the pressure. Let's see what happens, Shady.
Yeah, I'm interested to go see how his team did. I'm interested to listen to what Trump's team was arguing, because these people are, like I said, they're advocating for China, and Trump's team needs to make that clear a little bit to understand that the advocacy of you being against what he's doing, because effectively he's using a wartime position, or not wartime, emergency power position, and the emergency is effectively the destruction of our economy through the idea that we have non-reciprocal tariff system. We're giving free trade. We're allowing everybody to trade with us for free, but they're charging us a tariff on every single thing we ship to them. That's not free trade. That's America pays for all trade. That's the opposite of free trade.
Yeah. And, there's no, globalists, there's no globalists that really care about any of this. Oh, jeez. Wow, right?
Unbelievable.
It's crazy. I'm sure Soros is not a globalist, and, none of those people. But this is the New York Post. Look at this. On your marks, like Marxism, get set, Zoe, socialist Mandami wins race for mayor, the Red Apple. Wow, after a campaign that promised high taxes, free stuff, hating Israel, and vibes, socialist Zohan Mandami romped to victory last night and will become the 111th mayor of New York City. Wow.
So the shining hill on the shining city on the hill of freedom is now being run by a globalist communist jihadi.
It's crazy. It is. It is really crazy. Wow.
You're going to get what you pay for.
Yeah. You're going to get what you pay for is right.
You're already broke.
And, they're not going to be able to pay for it, because the people that are paying for it, the billionaires are probably all going to leave New York now.
Yeah. What was it you said yesterday? Oh, Abbott's going to be charged a tariff if you try to escape Texas.
And that question has reached our governor as well. So are we going to tariff in Florida these people? Huh?
Yes. Everybody except Shady.
Well, you're not living in New York, are you?
No, but I might be coming from Oregon, which is very similar to New York.
It's specifically New York.
Yeah, well, that might expand, I'm saying.
I don't know, bro.
I'm telling you, man, people are going to bail on California now, too, again. Like this whole thing that just happened, the Prop 50 thing. So you should see the map on this. I went and took a look at so effectively they've taken a map and they've identified where every Republican lives, and then they've circled them. And then they've taken the district and then they've pushed the district into the side, and then it goes all the way around, and then they put that district over here, and then they put them over with these people over here. So in other words, you get more people in this district, and therefore you can all of a sudden add another congressional seat to your side.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Nice comment. You guys are the best show watching over 7 years. Thank you, DT, over there on YouTube. Thank you so much. Again, guys, thank you, Rumble. We love Rumble. Mikey, thank you. Pastor Shadley, thank you.
We're sponsored by you.
We are sponsored by you. And, we love you guys. Thank you. This has been quite a ride, guys.
7 years now. I can't believe it. It's getting ready to be the end of 7 years of broadcasting this show.
7 years, Shady.
5 years. 5 years of the 7 years we've been broadcasting that we've been down on our flagship network.
Isn't it amazing? Yeah. So on YouTube, right? We were only on the air for what? Like a
year and a half?
A year and a half. Wow. All right, real quick. Let's just do this real quick because we got one. Let's see what it is here.
Got one.
This is the conspiracy theorists were right again. A new study by Korean doctors claimed that COVID vaccines raise the risk of 6 cancers. Researchers analyzed health records from more than 8.5 million adults between 2021 and 2023, and their findings were published in a biomarker research, a respected scientific journal. The data raises concern that the man-made spike protein exposure may be tied to long-term health risks. Dr. Peter McCullough collaborated with the wellness company to create Ultimate Spike Detox, designed to help your body clear spike proteins, reduce inflammation, and support heart health. With natural ingredients like nattokinase, dandelion root, and bromelain, it's your daily proactive defense from a man-made virus. Don't wait until symptoms strike or something unexpected happens. Experience the only formula approved and used by Dr. McCullough, one of the top doctors who risked it all. Scan this QR code or head to twc.health/rumble and use that code RUMBLE to get 10% off every order. So right now, Shady, we're waiting for President Trump he flew to Miami. He left earlier today. The White House now has President Trump delivers remarks at the American Business Forum in Miami. Look at, they're up right now waiting. If it does come today, we will join it, but we'll see what happens, Shady.
Well, I know that one thing that's going to happen is he's going to continue to fight for you. And I'd just like to take this moment to say that all the people that are out there that are currently saying that Trump did nothing, Trump did everything. Okay, there's a whole movement now that is working. They're calling themselves America First, and they're basing their whole platform on, quote, Trump did nothing. Very interesting. They all agree with that Trump didn't release Epstein files, and they all agree that somehow Israel is controlling our government, and they also agree that the FBI is lying to you about who shot Charlie Kirk. So it's very interesting how they're telling you they're now to the point. They said it. They told you that if Donald Trump doesn't do what we say he's going to do by the 31st of May, there's going to be problems for him. Well, right now you're starting to see the problems that they are planning on creating, the Tucker Carlsons of the world, the Candace Owens of the world, the Alex Joneses of the world. And you had a specific anonymous poster 8 years ago bringing you a load of information so that you could navigate this. And now it's up to you individually to choose whether or not you are going to suck in the Kool-Aid or whether or not you're going to go live in the golden age, because you do have that choice and you have every right to choose.
Interesting. I want to see this. Sanders actually hijacked Schumer's press conference and admits that Democrats are divided. Just in, check it out.
Forward to working together to help the city and improve the city. I congratulated him on running a very, very good campaign.
Well, he may want to pay close attention to AOC. She sent a stark warning to the old guard last night. Watch.
Old guard.
He had to not just defeat a Republican, he had to defeat a Republican and the old guard of the Democratic Party at the same time. The Democratic Party cannot last much longer by denying the future, by trying to undercut our young, by trying to undercut a next generation.
John, you could say shots have been fired within the Democratic Party. I asked Schumer if he was running for a re-election. He didn't answer my question. By the way, he's up in 2029. Lots of talk out there about a possible AOC primary or potentially another progressive if she runs for the White House. John?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people are looking at the potential for a primary challenge in 2028. We'll see if it happens. Aisha, as always, thank you so much. Appreciate it. While it didn't look like it happened in Minneapolis and doesn't look like it's going to happen in Seattle, the socialist wave in America is definitely beginning.
There's no doubt. I also thought some of the polling that we saw come out of Virginia with Abigail Spanberger and Winsome Earl Sears was fascinating to see the young female college-educated vote. I mean, her strengths were across the board. She was running the numbers up with the black vote, the voters under 30. She got 70% of the vote, the college graduates, 63% of the vote. And that gender gap was just massive. It was one of the biggest that we've seen in recent history. So some of these candidates just really pulled ahead in a big way in areas we knew they were probably going to be strong, and they were even stronger than.
Interesting. It was funny. She was on Fox last night saying, and she's from New Jersey, and she's like, I can't get my head around the fact that our taxes are so high, we need change, and then they support somebody that's no change in New Jersey and ex-CIA as well, Shady.
Virginia.
She was talking about New Jersey. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about Virginia. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, either one of them.
Yeah.
Well, I think that Fox News is the Democrats' biggest advocate.
Wow, it seems like it, doesn't it?
Every single talking point that they have, they're right there. They make sure that they're talking to you about how they're preparing for the election for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. They're completely preparing for Sean Hannity has been bringing in the Stephen Smith guy. I don't know if you've been hearing this guy lately, but oh boy, is he a load of laughs over there with all the nonsense that he's spreading about Donald Trump and the things that he's saying that are completely farcical. Well, guess who amplified his voice within Republican circles? Sean Hannity. It's like these people bringing all these people over and acting like that what they're saying is legitimate. And it's fine if you do that, but what's not fine is you don't challenge them properly whenever you talk to them and challenge their dumb ideas and make them look like idiots. What you do is you respect their positions on things. And then whenever it's something against them, you say alleged. And whenever it's something against us, you say, oh, well, you better answer for this Russian collusion right here. And they never use the word alleged.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Also, Shady Groove, it looks like a Jewish fire chief resigned in New York on the same day the city elects a socialist mayor, which is communist, Zohan Mamdani. Isn't that interesting? New York City's fire department commissioner reportedly handed his letter of resignation hour after Mamdani was elected for the mayor of the city.
However manipulated it is, they made a report today that 30% of Jewish people voted for this guy.
Yeah.
Are you believing that? Can we believe that 30% of the people that voted for him in New York City are Jewish? You want to talk about the fake news is the enemy of the people? What are we looking at? We're either looking at one, that 30% of them didn't vote because they're all illegals that they're voting and pretending like that they're Jewish, or we're looking at number two, what? Think about it, guys. It's like they're manipulating it one way, they're manipulating it the other way. It doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter is that we're being fed to the meat grinder. They want us to tear each other apart.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very interesting, isn't it? Like, you know, all of the stupid narratives, even on our show. I mean, you know, the people do not want us on the air, Shady. It's amazing, you know, and here we are back. We fought our way out, Shady Groove. Isn't this wonderful? I love it.
We fought our way out, and now we're fighting our way up, because what we're doing is we're serving the audience of people who have enough brains to realize that the psychological operators that have been in the atmosphere operating psychologically for 25 years are never right. And they're even less right now because Bannon and Jones and Flynn and these people don't really have contact with Trump. So what are they doing? They're reverting to their old tactics. They're acting like Donald Trump is the same as Obama. They're acting like Donald Trump is the same as George W. Bush. And they're acting like that the federal government and that the FBI, that nothing good is happening, that they're continuing to operate in the same corrupt way as they were. I don't see it. Yeah. I'm sorry. I see it being fixed.
Native New Yorkers largely rejected Mandami, while those who have lived in the city for less than 5 years voted for him in overwhelming numbers. Shady, look at this.
That looks like a bunch of illegals voted for him.
Oh, no.
Did I say that? Oh,
and also, Sliwa did not do any service. President Trump asked him to drop out. You know, he said, you know, Cuomo is the one that could probably get it. Sliwa had no chance, as noted in the election. I'm sorry, Sliwa, you had no chance, even though people might like you. You know, he wanted you to drop out. And that was almost, you know, it was still a little under the Mandami vote because they probably planned for it, Shady Groove.
I mean, well, you know, the fact of the matter is the whole thing doesn't make any sense to me, because Cuomo lost in a primary to Mandami earlier in the year. And then all of a sudden, like, how the hell is Cuomo out there like against him? You see what I'm saying? Like they're doing this whole, it's effery. That's what they're doing.
Somebody posted that there's we don't have this confirmed yet. A massive walkout at the NYPD.
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
that would be absolutely amazing, guys.
Yeah,
and I would hope that it would go up chain from there to every single city, for every single city institution to stand up against communism. Right now is the time to stand up against communism. It might be time to like look deeper into his immigration status also.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we're at the precipice, guys. You literally are. You know, look, Antifa. You know, when you go into these Antifa chats, and I want to, the ICE protests, right? Mm-hmm. They are saying they're not Democrat. Why? Because they're socialists and communists, guys. Yes. So this is what happened in New York. This Antifa group, they loved Mandami getting elected, guys. It's so insane, Shady.
Well, it's so insane because whenever you actually take it apart to what it is that they think, what is the difference between the way that the group that you just discussed views the Jewish people and the groups that are around us are discussing Jewish people?
Same.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Yeah. And they don't like billionaires, even though the King's rally was done by Indivisible, largely, but also by the Communist Party of the USA.
Mm-hmm. Funded by billionaires.
Funded by George Soros, yes,
Pierre
Arabella
Omidyar.
Advisors, Hans-Jörg Wyss, Pierre Omidyar, all of that. Wow. It's kind of insane, isn't it?
Well, we're going to continue to be right.
We're going to continue to be right. I like that, Shady Groove.
Because we're navigating in a way that we're not letting our emotions lead us. You know, yeah. I mean, we get fired up and fun and back and forth with you guys and whenever we're doing on the air, but we're not letting our emotions lead us. We're being very methodical in what it is that we're stepping. That's the reason that we figured this whole thing out about the Flynn Network, is because we were listening to everything that Donald Trump said and paying extra attention whenever he shared with us the great and amazing book from General Keith Kellogg, War by Other Means. We went and read the book, and then our mouths hit the floor over.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I mean, to be honest, sad, actually.
And then we reported it.
And then we reported it because, sometimes, we report things that we don't really care for, right?
Well, the truth isn't about us liking it, is it?
Yeah, right.
I wish it'd be easier if we liked the truth. It would be easier for you. A lot more people would come to the actual real conversation if the truth was likable.
This is weird, Shady Groove, because the White House deleted the Trump is your president meme. Do you see that? They deleted that. But this was live on the big screen at Kami Mandami's HQ, Shady Grove. Let me just.
They may have deleted it because there was a thing saying that it was a Spectrum screensaver. It wasn't hacked. People were acting like it was
Trump is your president.
It's not hacked. That was their screensaver.
Well, I'm not saying it was hacked. I didn't say it was hacked ever.
No, I'm not saying you did, sir. I'm saying that other people were saying that this was hacked and they were running this operation like saying, "Oh, this has been hacked." And Spectrum came out and said this was our screensaver.
Our screensaver. Trump is your president. How awesome is that? So either way, however it got up there,
right?
I love it.
I love it too.
Press 17 if you guys love it. Let me see.
You had to stand there in front of that, wait for the commie. It doesn't matter if you voted for a commie. Trump's still your president.
Yeah. That is so epic.
It is.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I think I did see somebody about. I'm like, that's why I didn't know what you're talking about.
Yes,
but yeah, it's. I did see something about. They said it was hacked, but I didn't say that. I just said it was funny. However, it got up there, man. So it was a screensaver, huh?
Which makes it even better, in my opinion. That's way
that
better.
makes it funnier, hacked. Man.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that wasn't hacked. It was a screensaver. That's better.
That's why they created the PSYOP to try to.
Yeah.
You know, but that's effectively what you just mentioned, the Derek Johnson and all this other nonsense that goes on. The reason that they do this stuff is because they think that they can trick you.
Yeah.
They think that you're too dumb, lazy, or stupid to go look for yourself.
Shady, you're gonna love this. Ilhan Omar, praised be to Allah in regards to the New York City Mayor Zohan Mandami and the Lieutenant Governor in Virginia, Ghazala Hashmi. Praise be to Allah.
Why does his name have to rhyme with Kami?
Mandani, Kamini, I don't know. I just changed it to Kami, Mamdami. Wow, guys. So, that's that. Let me see this. I don't know if I can play this. It's probably going to get, but this is the White House posted this today to celebrate Donald Trump's 1 year ago. Check this out, Shady.
If you're up late with us on the West Coast, Donald Trump is on the verge of returning to the White House at this hour.
What you are seeing is Donald Trump on the precipice of the greatest comeback in American political history.
On the precipice? Oh.
We've never seen anything like this.
Here he is, risen from the ashes, yet again. The Fox News decision desk can now officially project that Donald Trump will become the 47th President of the United States.
The golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first.
What do you hope to accomplish in the next 3 years?
Look, we have the greatest 9 months in the history of the presidency, so if I can keep that going, I'll be very happy.
Picture of him standing there with his hand on the missile.
Wow.
That's pretty strong.
Peace through strength, isn't it?
Peace through strength.
Yeah.
Don't mess with Texas.
Don't mess with Texas. So they said precipice in there. So I went to look up precipice, and the one that I liked was "We are at the precipice. The swamp is fighting back. Remain calm." Okay? We are here for a reason. Patriots are in control, guys. So I like that they said precipice inside that video, Shady.
Well, I mean, I think that's where we're at. The supposedly freest city on earth just elected a communist. I think that, and so it begins, or we are at a precipice, is the moment that we're in. And Trump just mentioned it right there. The idea of the media control of the people and what people think. Between now and a year from now, whenever we go to vote in the midterms next year, we're going to have to fix that. And the only way to fix that is to expose them. And the only way to expose them is by revoking their licenses.
That's right.
We can revoke their licenses, and I think that we should. CBS is trying to pivot and to make amends, but as far as like NBC and ABC, those two, and even PBS, they should have their licenses removed and, not taken away forever, but taken away until they start doing what it is they're supposed to be doing. It's fine to be against the president. It's fine to not like him, but it's not fine to lie and to have 95% negative coverage whenever there's a number of things that the people that voted for him wanted him to do that he has done perfectly, i.e. the border is the main thing. The main reason that Donald Trump won that election was because of what America saw on that border for the 4 years of Joe Biden.
Yeah, XRP Chevy, I'd like to answer your question right here. This is my Twitter account that I got back after 803 days. If you put the word PESKY here, you will find all of these pesky proofs that we are keeping up with on a daily basis over on X and Truth Social. I do post a lot of the same stuff on Truth Social. So, these are the pesky Q proofs that we are keeping track of. And there's a ton of them, Shady, because right now the pesky Q proofs, Shady, are more prevalent in this term than it was the first term.
Yes, because what the proofs are the future proving past, or the news unlocking the map.
That's right.
These things are currently happening right now that are connected back to the reason that this is important is because this shows that Donald Trump is doing what it was we supported for him to do. Meanwhile, all these other people are saying that Donald Trump did nothing. Donald Trump is doing nothing. He's doing nothing. He's doing nothing. That's a psyop, that he's doing nothing, that he's inept, I told you, I made a post. I'll go get it today. That I made right after the election that said that all these military operators were going to be telling you that he is inept, that he's no good, that he's doing the wrong thing, or he's being misled. And they are all doing that 1 year later. It's actually a bit of a time capsule, because we knew exactly what these people would do. The reason that we knew what they would do is because we know what it is they are experts at. You don't expect a professional plumber to be able to work and do an excellent job if you put him on the job to paint. You expect the plumber to be able to do the plumbing. So if you have a group of a digital soldier network that are tasked with doing a certain thing every day, they're not going to wake up tomorrow and all of a sudden be supportive of a system that they have been engineered to dismantle.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I just saw something too. Let me just double check, see if it's still here. Zohran Mamdani elected New York City mayor as a 2023 chant video viral. So what is this? So Muslims claim New York for Islam. We're done hiding. We're done. This is the correct religion. This is the religion of all humanity, needs to be part of Islam. And we will not stop until it matters to everyone. I want to hear it in every single district. Wow, guys.
This is getting ready to escalate.
Brooklyn should hear it. Bronx should hear it. Queens should hear it. Say it as if Ummah depends on this. My brothers and sisters, there is no God worthy of ownership except Allah. Find the Prophet Muhammad.
Meanwhile, they're screaming at you how bad Jewish people are.
Yeah. Look here.
Not there.
Not there. Wow.
And the trifecta that I showed you earlier in the show is bringing you that. What he just saw you, that is the threat. That is what they don't want you to see. That's what they don't want you to really understand. They want to scream and yell at you about your Jewish friends instead.
Yeah. It's just like, everything is just coming to, it is a precipice, man,
Up is down, left is right. We can't correct it unless we get to the tippy top.
Oh,
you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I just can't play the music. So looks like President Trump is taking the stage here, Shady Groove.
Oh, that's live?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's in Miami at the American Business Forum. Wow. Here he is. I can't play it because YouTube will say, "Oh, you're breaking copyright infringement," because he's
just playing Donald Trump and his speech.
Yeah, but
I'm not arguing. I was just kidding.
Yeah, this song.
Oh, 1 second.
God bless the USA. All right.
Amazing.
All right. Let's see. Oh, geez. Okay.
Oh, you're at the wrong point of the song.
I know, right? I'm just waiting. But yeah, so haters are gonna hate. Wait, you answered back. I like. Where was the one that I want to say? It's all an exposure of. Absolutely. I've been following. Just don't have time to watch the shows anymore. I believe what will be done by 4th of July, but we won't be celebrating the 250th birthday like America Trump promised for the golden age. I'm not sure. We don't know about dates. So here we go. But great comment. Thank you for that. Donald J. Trump.
What a nice group. And I love Miami. I love to be with the people. Many of you are not from Miami, but that's okay too. And I'm thrilled to be back. in magnificent Florida, Miami, Florida, with thousands of incredible business leaders and true American patriots. That's what you are. We're gathered today on the one-year anniversary of the single most consequential election victory. They say, this is them, this isn't me. I'm a very modest person. I would never say this. The single most consequential election victory in American history. It's possible. I mean, it's possible. We've done a lot. On November 5th, 2024, the American people reclaimed our government. We restored our sovereignty. We lost a little bit of sovereignty last night in New York, but we'll take care of it. Don't worry about it.
We lost a little sovereignty in New York, but we'll take care of it. Did you hear that, Shady?
Yeah, we're going to send him home. Oh, no, wait.
Wow.
Rescued our economy, regained our liberty, and together we saved our country. On that magnificent night, 365 days ago, you know, I was with a group of very important people, and they say, think of it, last week, just last week, 6 days ago, 7 days ago, they said, you were campaigning 1 year ago. I said, no, it felt like I've been in this position for so long. And it's right. At that point, 1 year ago, I was actually campaigning. We did the McDonald's shot. Remember the McDonald's shot? We did the garbage truck shot. And actually, the McDonald's one was the biggest hit in the history of Google. Can you believe that? Number one, the garbage truck did well, but not as well. I guess there's something about McDonald's, right? But it worked. And we won a tremendous election. We won all 7 swing states. We won the great state of Florida, by the way, by 1.4 million votes, which is unprecedented. Biggest victory ever in Florida, including an 11-point victory right here in a place called Miami-Dade County. We won the popular vote for the first time of any Republican in many decades. We won the Electoral College 312 to 226. And we won 86% of the counties in America. That's a big one. 2,700 to 525. I'd say that's called a landslide, right? We got more votes from African Americans than any Republican candidate in history. We also won a record share of votes from the incredible Hispanic American community. There might be a couple of us left. Biggest vote in history. And above all, we won a resounding mandate to make America great again, which is what we're doing. And every day since, I've been fighting to turn the promise made into the ultimate promise kept. We're going to do our job. We have a big job to do. We've done really well. I think it's the best 9 months, they say, of any president. And I really believe that if we can have a few more 9 months like this, you'd be very happy. You'd be very satisfied. But it's been pretty incredible, with trillions and trillions of dollars being poured back into our country by other countries and other places and people. 1 year ago, we were a dead country. Now we're a country that's considered the hottest country anywhere in the world. It's the hottest country. We are now in the hottest country anywhere in the world. And I'm pleased to report that today the United States has the strongest economy, the strongest borders, the strongest military, the strongest friendships, and the strongest spirit of any nation anywhere. We have the greatest economy right now. A lot of people don't see that. But if you look at what's happening with all the factories, AI, auto plants all over the country being built, that if you would have thought about that 2 or 3 years ago, you would have said it was the opposite. They were all leaving. Now they're all coming in. They're all coming back and then some. And I think that we can honestly say, and I think you're going to see it even more so over the next 12 months, that this is the golden age of America. This is the golden age. In the prior 4 years, crooked Joe Biden oversaw less than $1 trillion of new investment in the United States. So in 4 years, think of it, less than 1 trillion. That was not doing too good. In 9 months, I've secured commitments of over $18 trillion, and we're going to have 21 trillion within the first year. So Sleepy Joe think of that. In 4 years, he did less than $1 trillion. We're going to have 21 trillion in 1 year. I would say it's slightly better. Slightly, just a little bit better. The stock market is set 40-time all-time record highs, and just recently, record high, record high, record high. All of them, all of the different exchanges. GDP growth in the second quarter was an amazing, almost 4%. And as you know, they said, oh, it'll be 2% or 1%. And it's been really helped a lot by the tariffs. It's been really helped incredibly, because this is really a transition period. We went from a horrible, failed country to a tremendous success. It's a transition, and yet we did almost 4%, triple and even quadruple almost every other country anywhere in the world. Think of that. In the third quarter, we're on track to achieve an estimated 4.2, maybe more, who knows. I think if you go a couple of years out, you're going to see numbers like you've never seen, because all of these places that are now under construction, they're being built, they're going to be open, and thousands of jobs, hundreds of thousands of jobs are coming in, even building them. But when they open, that's when you're really going to see the numbers. We're building some of the biggest buildings ever built anywhere in the world. The AI buildings, you know, they show displays of them. They can cover the island of Manhattan. They're so big. They literally can cover the island of Manhattan. In 9 months, we've lifted over 600,000 Americans off of food stamps, which is a record. 1.9 million more American-born workers are employed today. Think of that. Almost 2 million American-born workers are employed today, more than when I took office. That's 9 months ago. Can you imagine that? And I tell Republicans, if you want to win elections, you got to talk about these facts. You know, it's really easy to win elections when you talk about the facts. And we have more people working now than at any time in the history of our country. Right now, we have more people working. These are things you have to talk about. It doesn't just happen. You got to tell them. It's wonderful to do them, but if people don't talk about them, then you can do not so well in elections. Wages for workers are rising at the fastest pace in over 60 years. Those are workers, and that's what we love. We love the workers. Since I took office, wages for the typical factory worker are up $1,300. Construction workers' pay is up $2,200, and miners are up nearly $5,000 this year alone. And that's good, because it's not, you know, such an extra cost to the company. It really isn't. Somebody would say, oh, what's going to cost more? The fact is that they're doing such business like they've never done. You're going to start seeing numbers coming out very soon that are going to blow your mind. Under Biden, we had the worst inflation in modern history. We had inflation that was so bad, costing the typical family about $33,000 over a period of time. Their policies send food prices up 23. They come in, you know, when I first came in, I was in for 3 days, and one of the fake news members, they're all back there. That's a lot of press. Fake news. They said, egg prices are through the roof. I was there for 3 days. And
eggs, Shady, eggs.
Person happened to be a woman. Sir, what are you going to do about egg prices? And they'd gone up like 4 or 5 times. I said, well, you just told me it has a problem. And people weren't buying Easter eggs. You believe it? I said, we're buying Easter eggs for the White House, for the egg hunt, the famous egg hunt. But within a couple of months, we got them down. We have a great Department of Agriculture headed by Brooke Rollins, and we did a great job, and we got them down to the level they originally were a long time ago. And we have that in just about everything. And if we don't have it, we get them down. Their policies sent food prices soaring 23%, the Biden policies. And it wasn't him. It was the people surrounding him around the desk. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. Biden. How the hell did that happen? Well, I know how it happened. A rigged election. That's how it happened. Think of the damage done. Although I must tell you, but this is a much more powerful term. I mean, this is a much better term. In one way, it's bad to see how bad people. You're going to see the same thing in New York, by the way. You watch what happens in New York. Terrible. But you're going to see that same thing. And I hope it doesn't happen, but you're going to see it. Gas prices are surging to $5 a gallon, even higher, and mortgage rates skyrocketed by 152%. But under the Trump administration, all of that is changing. Prices are coming down very fast, and we're bringing them back to the beautiful part where you can have, and you can truly say, we're talking about the American dream again. You didn't used to hear that term. You heard it during my 4 years, and then it disappeared. Now you're hearing it again more than ever. Because we had the most successful economy in the history of our country during my first 4 years. We rebuilt the economy, cut the biggest tax cut in history. We had the biggest tax cut in history, the biggest regulation cut in history. That's why we had the great economy. And now the only difference is we're doing better this time. Actually, we're going to have a bigger, better, stronger economy than the first 4 years. And that was the most successful economy in history. Gasoline prices have plummeted to the lowest in 2 decades, and we're going to soon see $2 gasoline. Think of that, $2 a gallon. It was up to $4.50, $5. And you know, when you get gasoline and you get oil and gas down, it's so big, it's so massive, the importance of it, that everything else starts to follow. And that's what's happening. Grocery prices are way down, and Walmart just announced that the cost of their standard Thanksgiving meal, this is the greatest. They're wonderful. They come out every year with how much does a Thanksgiving meal cost compared to last year, right? And it always goes up, up, up. It's 40%, 30% more. Is 25% lower than 1 year ago. Isn't that great? That's a big deal, Rima. That's a big deal. I don't know if they care about that in Saudi Arabia, but here it means a lot. We got the princess here from Saudi Arabia. She's got a lot of cash. Serious cash, and she's a great person. So she doesn't care about the price of a turkey is down a little bit, you know, she doesn't have to worry about it. Since March, the price of eggs is down 85%. Energy prices are down.
85%, Shady. Eggs are down.
At the Federal Reserve. It was recommended by one of my real great people who I'd never spoke to again. And the cost of the typical new mortgage is down by nearly $3,000 a year. Day by day, we're making America affordable again. It's going to be affordable again at a really record pace. And, you know, other people are going to take credit. All the mayors and all the governors, they're going to say what a great job. They didn't do a damn thing. Yet as we speak, the Democrats in Congress are trying to put all of this progress at risk and drag us back to the Biden policies of soaring prices, crushing energy costs, massive spending, open borders, let the world come into our country from prisons and from mental institutions, let them pour in, and rampant inflation. That's what Biden gave us, all of those things. With the reckless Democrat shutdown, virtually every Democrat in Congress has voted to hold the American people hostage in an effort to extort hundreds of billions of dollars in new spending. They're demanding free health care for illegal aliens that just came into our country from prisons and from mental institutions, and drug dealers and drug addicts, and they want to give them $1.5 trillion in giveaways that would turbocharge rapid inflation again, as they did the first time. You remember that just a couple of years ago, 4 disastrous years we just had. They were the worst years. Meanwhile, the radical left Democrats are causing millions of Americans who depend on food stamps to go without benefits. They're forcing federal workers to go without paychecks, and they're stranding thousands of travelers at the airports. And you understand it, and they understand it. All because they want to return to the failed Biden policies that created, and also Obama policies. I watched him the other day up talking, well, Donald Trump is a mean person. I'm not a mean person. I just want to have a country that's great again. Is that okay? I'm not a mean person. He's a mean person. He's a divider. He's a divider. Obama, Barack Hussein Obama. And by the way, ask him how he's doing in his museum library. He's got hundreds of millions of dollars.
The Obama-lisk.
Obama-lisk.
He built it in not a particularly good location.
Have the picture so people could see this thing if they haven't seen it.
About location. He doesn't know about location, but he built it in a location that's not going to be too good. But the thing has come to a dead halt. It's way over budget. It's sort of like Gavin Newsom in California. He's got a train. that was supposed to go from San Francisco to Los Angeles, which is a stupid idea because an airplane is faster. I don't care how fast it goes. And they had plenty of airplanes. San Francisco, inside San Francisco to inside right there, LA.
There it is.
What they did is they said, oh man, this has been going on for years. It's billions and billions of dollars over budget. So what they decided to do is cut it so that it doesn't go into San Francisco and into LA. It way short of both. And then they cut it again and again and again. Pretty soon they're going to have like 2 miles of track. Billions and billions of dollars, totally incompetent. The biggest cost overrun proportionately that I've ever seen. Many, many, many times more. And it's no longer the same. It was supposed to go into the city. Now it's way short, many miles short of the city. So they're going to drop you off and you can walk the rest of the way. That train is going to haunt him.
So just want to quickly stop it right here. It's 2:00 on Wednesday, November 5th. We are technically out of here. What do you want to do, Shady?
I have got to go today.
Yeah, I do too. So we'll report on this more tomorrow, but I did want to get you in there live. Get over on YouTube and watch President Trump or X. You can finish watching them there. But Shady Groove, another great show. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to our Yeti that is wet.
Thank you very much. And thank you to all of you guys out there. And just wanted to reiterate for all of the people that have supported this show and that support this show in the future. We are doing something here that no one else is willing to do. Whenever I tell you that it's not easy to tell the truth, I mean that all across the board. I mean that in your personal life as well. Whenever you try to tell people the truth in your personal life, it's not an easy thing to do. Most people just go along to get along. If you go along to get along, you never really get to the truth. So there's two types of people on planet Earth. One type of people don't care about the truth. They don't care. The other type of people care about the truth. We are a very, very, very small minority of people on planet Earth that actually care.
And I care about the truth too. The truth. I do question things, but when I realize that people are slinging me a load of BS, I cut it off there. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of BS on that X platform, guys. Maybe you're not on it. Maybe that's a good thing. But boy, I tell you, once you realize that you're being lied to by people, I mean, it should be pretty easy, right, Shady?
People can get away with lying to me one time.
Yeah, exactly right. Shady, before we go, we got a new coffee out there. You all know I don't start my day without two things: standing for what I believe in and a strong cup of coffee that does the same. That's why I drink Blackout Coffee, 100% American company that is unapologetically patriot, pro-2A, and anti-woke. They don't just roast incredible coffees. They stand for for the very values that this country was built on: God, family, and freedom. Every bag is roasted right here in Florida and shipped straight to your door. No corporate garbage, no virtue signaling, just real coffee for real Americans. If you're like me and need that hit the ground running, try their Morning Reaper medium roast. It's bold, smooth, and kicks like a mule. Or if you're into something darker like Founding Fathers Dark, grab their 1776 blend. It's rich, fearless, and roasted to perfection. Support the company that actually gives a damn about this country. Go to blackoutcoffee.com/rumble and use your code RUMBLE for 20% off your first order. Blackout Coffee. Wake up, stand up, never back down. And Shady Groove, we will see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to make the announcement. I think that any mail that was supposed to be headed out is headed your way. Just giving that announcement out.
Oh, yeah. I made some shipments yesterday. That's right.
Sir.
Yep. Thank you for the reminder on that.
We'll be back on Thursday.
That's right. And, President Donald Trump posts a lot of memes with that Q+, if you guys have not been following along. So I wrote a little song, and we're going to go out with this. Check you guys later.
Third day on YouTube. Wow.
Scrolling through the feed, what's that I see? Presidents dropping Q+ memes, wild and free. Red pills raining, conspiracies soar. The Anon army's hyped, they're begging for more. Q confirmed, yeah, the memes don't lie. Presidents posting, truths flying high. Q+ vibes, storms breaking through. The Great Awakening is coming for you. Cabal shaking, deep states in a sweat. Every repost a clue, the plan's a safe bet. Anons decoding, dropping crumbs all night. president's meme games fueling the fight. You confirmed, yeah, the memes don't lie. President's posting, truths flying high. Q plus vibes, storms breaking through. The great awakening's coming for you. Is it a LARP or the real deal plan? 17's calling, take the red pill, man. From next to the streets, the truthers unite. Q plus memes are blazing, setting fire to the night. Q confirmed, yeah, the memes don't lie. President's posting, truths flying high. Q plus vibes, storms breaking through. The great awakening's coming for you. So hit that repost, let the Q flags wave. President's meme machine's gonna save the day. Q plus forever, the storm's gonna sing. Truth's out the bag, let freedom ring. MG music.
MG.show. Boom. Boom. Boom.